Welcome back to Rowrah for the final here at round 5 of the Micromax UK Championships. It is James Roberts on pole from Sebastian Caulking, Rory Armstrong, Charlotte Stanley, Ollie Hipkins, Aston Brown and Braden Boyd rounding out the field. 7 starters, here we go, could be a humdinger. Will James Roberts hold on to it? He has, and going through the inside of Caulking is Armstrong, and a little bit of wheel banging, and Charlotte Stanley's got through, and that's dropped Sebastian Caulking behind Stanley for 4th place, and that's big news for Rory Armstrong and James Roberts. Frankly, they need to beat Caulking in this one. However, with the outright pace he's got, will they? That's the question. Braden Boyd at the moment having to come from the back of the field. Ollie Hipkins there in 5th place with Aston Brown in 6th. Trying to go past on Charlotte Stanley is Sebastian Caulking. He'll know he can't sit there in 4th place. He'll need to make the move as quickly as he can. They come down to St John's. Overtaking opportunity, doesn't get it done there. Gets it done in Sunny Bend, and that's an absolute super lunge by the man who could lead the championship if he wins this final. That's the way things sit. If he wins this final, he should lead the championship. That's a Freudian slip there. Should win the championship, I was about to say. Freudian slip. He will lead the championship with 2 rounds to go. And Teesside, we know, is up next. And at Teesside for round 1 earlier this season, he was absolutely dominant. Not dissimilar to how he's been today, or notwithstanding that he chucked it off with a massive lead in Heat 3 there. So that is Sebastian Caulking, needs to win the race to lead the championship, and going down the inside for 2nd is Caulking on Armstrong. So that is now Caulking through to 2nd, Armstrong 3rd, but James Roberts is out front with a decent lead. But the pace that Caulking has here today, will he hunt him down? I suspect he might do. In 4th place there is Charlotte Stanley with Hipkins in behind, then Aston Brown and Braden Boyd. That's a nice little battle shaping up. So we could have 3 at the front, although at the moment James Roberts is making hay while the sun shines. Sebastian Caulking sets the fastest lap though, to go down to McRae's hairpin. Out of McRae's up to Iredale's, another good overtaking opportunity. Doesn't look like there's many opportunities going to be taken this time. Maybe Boyd on Brown, has a look but can't get it done, but gets it done on the exit, does he? No. Brown holds on. So that's Stanley, Hipkins, Brown and Boyd. That's that battle 4, 5, 6 and 7. Here come the top 3 towards us. So James Brown, looks like Caulking has closed the gap slightly, and Armstrong at the moment just looks like he's trying to hang on to Caulking for grim death. He's only just about managing to do it. Here they are, that is Caulking on the 52 through Paddock Bend with 7 minutes on the clock. They're definitely going to hunt down James Roberts here. Sebastian Caulking has set the fastest lap. The gap is 0.61 as they go through the line, but I don't think it's going to be, well, it's not even 0.61 now. I was going to say it's not going to be 0.61 at the end of this lap. It's not 0.61 now, is it? As Roberts has a look over his shoulder. If he looked behind earlier, he would have seen a much bigger gap than that. So he's getting a bit antsy already. This is the battle for 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th. That's Charlotte Stanley with Ollie Hipkins in behind. And then comes Aston Brown and Braden Boyd. Up the inside for 4th is Hipkins. He's having a look but can't get the job done. That allows the 2 behind him to get that much closer as well, and Aston Brown might fancy his own sniff up the inside. That's St John's, the right-hander. This is Sunny Bend and the battle for the lead, and here is Sebastian Caulking through to the lead. And that is not what Rory Armstrong wanted to see, sitting in 3rd place coming into this round as the championship leader. He will have wanted James Roberts to stay out front, so he would have backed Caulking into himself, Armstrong, but that's not happened. Now, can Caulking clear off? That's the question, or will the 2 of them keep him honest? This is the battle for 4th place. Still Stanley from Hipkins, Brown and Boyd. This is shaping up quite nicely. These are the battles you want to come out on top of, because he may be battling for this position this year, but next year, who knows, a year on, this may be the battle for the lead at some point, whether it's in heats or the final, and it's these experiences that help to grow you as a driver, make you better. If you can come out on top of a little 4-kart battle, wherever that is, whether it's for 4th or whether it's for 14th or 24th, if there's 4 of you battling and you come out on top in that battle, it may be for 24th on one occasion, one weekend, but the next year it could be for the lead, who knows. Back with the leaders, so it is Caulking. So the gap has stayed consistent, so Roberts has managed to hold on to the back of Caulking. That could be very interesting. Armstrong gets closer to Roberts. He's got to go past. He can't afford to really finish in third place here, Rory Armstrong. The way things stand, Sebastian Caulking will lead the championship going to Teesside, and we know he won all the heats and finals at Teesside. Not only did he win all the heats and finals at Teesside at round 1 earlier in the season, you can look that up here on YouTube, he won comfortably. If he does that same thing again next time, he could pretty much secure the championship for himself going to the final round, notwithstanding that he has got a very low score that he's having to drop, so he hasn't got any leeway. If he does have another bad round, it could be curtains for him. And going through for 5th place, that is a sweet move by Braden Boyd. Boyd through to 5th, so chasing Charlotte Stanley now in 4th. That's Hipkins in 6th place, now chased by Aston Brown. Looks like he fancies the job as well. He's had a good weekend so far, Aston Brown. Seen steady improvements from Aston and the likes of Braden Boyd over the course of the season. And we've seen it again today. We're back with a battle for the lead though from the drone. This is from the circuit camera now through the right-hander at St John's, left-hander Sunny Bend going down to Paddock Bend. It was 0.41, it was 0.35 the lap before, so just 600ths quicker was Caulking last time. We'll see what it is this time. Back with a battle for 4th place. That's Stanley from Boyd, Hipkins and Brown as they go through the line. The gap is 0.45, so 400ths of a second that time. So it's hundredths of a second per lap. Caulking is eking out on the chasing pair behind. Nothing more than that. At least it's not a 10th or 2 tenths and making it insurmountable. And it's Charlotte Stanley on the 22 out of Iredale's hairpin. Braden Boyd in behind will be looking to turn 5th into 4th at some point, and indeed the drivers behind him, Hipkins and Brown. Look at this, great battle that it is. So we've got 2 distinct battles on track, one for the lead effectively, top 3, here they are. This is the battle for the lead. It looks like Roberts has got a little bit closer than he was last time, has he? It was 0.45 as they went through the line last time, it's now 0.35. So now Roberts is a 10th quicker, and that bodes well for those drivers, James Roberts and Rory Armstrong is 2nd and 3rd, because it at least will give them some hope that Caulking is not disappearing like he did in the first 2 heats. Should have disappeared. He had disappeared in the 3rd heat, of course, before he chucked it off. Just 2.5 minutes remaining for Sebastian Caulking to stay out front and lead the championship. If it stays this way, he will lead the championship going to Teesside. As things stand the way it is on track, I think he will have something like, on drop scores this is, something like a 5-point championship lead if Armstrong stays where he is. So Armstrong at the moment is scoring 40 points. If Armstrong can get into 2nd, he'll score 44 points and be just 1 point behind Seb Caulking going to Teesside. This is a battle for 4th, and we can see that Brown has made his way past Ollie Hipkins for 6th place as they go through the line. So Caulking to Roberts is just 0.35, so the gap's not getting any bigger. Braden Boyd looking for the switch back out of McRae's hairpin. Has he got it done? He has. A great move by Braden Boyd. He's through to 4th place. His best result of the season as Hipkins goes back on Aston Brown and recovers 6th spot. So this gap, this battle here rather, is absolutely raging for 4th place. Concentrating on that for the time being from the drone out of the Stuart S's. They come out of the Stuart S's over the little left kink down to the right-hander at St John's. So Braden Boyd in 4th place. His best result of the season. A little bit squirrely on the back end as he went through the right-hander there. This is important for these drivers. It aids their progression to win these little battles. As I said before earlier on, it may be for 4th place today. It may be for 14th or 24th in any given race. But at some point it will be for the lead, and it's the experiences you gain in these midfield battles while you're learning your craft, basically, your trade craft effectively. It's those experiences that set you up for race wins in the future. It might be for 4th today, could be for 1st next year. Still Caulking out front from Roberts and Armstrong, not able to do anything about Roberts at the moment. Armstrong needs to limit the damage as a very minimum. He needs to get past Roberts, but he'll be hoping he's right on the back of Roberts. If Roberts can get close enough to Caulking and make a move for the lead, 0.35 turns into 0.34 as they go through the line that time. This is now the battle for fifth, and we've missed what's happened, but Braden Boyd has stretched away. I'm not sure what's happened there. There may have been a bit of a move in the battle here between these three drivers that's allowed Boyd to get away, but that battle is now 4th, 5th, with Boyd well clear in 4th place. This is again battle for the lead. You see the battle going under the drone there for 5th, 6th and 7th. That's raging, but we're concentrating on this battle with no time on the clock, so the last lap board is in the starters' hands. They will get the last lap board next time if it stays like this. Seb Caulking, I believe, just working it out quickly at the moment, will have a 5-point championship lead based on drop scores going to the last 2 rounds, with Teesside to come, his absolutely favourite track. And this is the battle for 5th again. This is Charlotte Stanley with Hipkins and Brown right in behind. Nothing to choose between them. Boyd's got 4th tied up. He'd have to make a mistake to lose it. Back with the battle for the lead on the last lap. Armstrong's got to go for it here. He can't now wait for James Brown to catch Caulking. He's not going to catch Caulking. Armstrong's got to go for it. He can't allow himself to come 3rd and lose championship points. Will he look down the inside into the S's? He does look down the inside, but it's just a look, nothing more. He's window shopping, he's not actually at the sales, not buying anything, and it looks like his chance is done. His goose is cooked. All those classic commentary lines. I don't think he's going to get anything done from here. This is the way it's going to finish, and Sebastian Caulking came into the round in 2nd place on drop scores, and his arm is aloft. He knows that's the championship lead for him. That's Boyd in 4th place. Here comes Charlotte Stanley for 5th, Aston Brown 6th. 7th place is Ollie Hipkins, as my voice is failing me, coming to the end of this final. That's the way it finishes. Let's have a look at the official results. Talking from Robertson Armstrong, with Armstrong actually setting the fastest lap. Now I believe that may be, according to Rory's dad anyway, a new lap record here at Rowrah. Let's see what the top 3 had to say when I caught up with them afterwards. Rory 3rd place in what was an absolutely terrific battle in that final. Just talk us through it.
Well, yeah, I'm happy with 3rd, and I got the fastest lap of the race. In practice yesterday, my engine went down, so I got the landed engine thanks to Hunter Motorsport, and I'm happy with 3rd.
And I think it was a lap record, is that right?
It might be, I'm not sure.
Okay, I think your dad's saying that, so we'll have to check. But who do you want to thank for your weekend?
I'd like to thank my mum and my dad.
Okay, well done. James, fantastic final. You led it for a while, they hunted you down, but you stayed in there. Just talk us through it.
We got a decent start, and I think they battled Rory and Seb, but then they managed to catch up to me, and then Seb managed to get the move, and it just stayed like that. It was dead close for the whole
But
race.
another strong result for you. Who do you want to thank for your weekend?
Mum and my dad.
Okay, well done. Seb, fantastic result for you today. Great final. You had a bit of a problem in the earlier heat though. What happened there? I think it was when you were leading, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was leading, going out of Sunny Bends. I got one wheel on the grass and then spun it.
Okay, but you've recovered well in the final. Looks like you've scored some decent points today. It's going to be really close in the championship, going to the last few rounds. What are you hoping for? You've got Teesside still to come, haven't you? Which we know you won all the heats in the final at Teesside earlier in the season. Then Houghton Park, we know you're strong there as well. What are you thinking for the rest of the season now? You confident?
Yeah, I'm confident. It's going to be close. Battle with the top people in the Drivers' Championship.
Okay, who do you want to thank for your weekend today?
I want to thank my mum, dad, Nigel, Honor, HRS Engines, and this one was through using.
Okay, well done. Congratulations to Seb Caulking, who grabs himself the championship lead. Now this is based on the drivers dropping their worst score. So it is Seb Caulking from Rory Armstrong, James Roberts there in 3rd place, not far behind either. Oliver Sibbald's retired from the championship, but still there in 4th from Hipkins and Charlotte Stanley. We're back with more Micromax UK action. It's Dragon Masters from Glannygorse Park in September, and then round 5 for Micromax UK is at Teesside. We'll see you then.